All right, there's no way to really get into it, but to get into it. Um, this video is for Infinity, for the owner of Bob Moore, and the Oklahoma Department of Transportation. I was looking for a used vehicle. I started looking at the Cadillac Escalades. Um, the one that I saw was buyer beware. Buyer beware, especially when looking on Carfax. I was on Carfax. Of course, it's no longer available now, but that just happened only because this 2021 Cadillac Escalade ESV Premium Platinum with 67,000 miles was retailing for $53,500. It is a great value of $53,500 because there's no accidents reported, a service history, and prior certified pre-owned. And it was Bob Moore Infinity in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, that sold this. So I saw that it's in Oklahoma City, but I live in Copper's Cove, Texas. That was a 6-hour drive. I'm not one to take long drives, but I figured, you know what, I'll take a chance on it, so I took the drive. Now again, what attracted me to it was clean Carfax, no damage reported. Supposed to be a clean vehicle. When I showed up there and I did the test drive, I went 40, 45 miles an hour, pressed on the brake, it started vibrating. That tells me it needs a brake job. I didn't understand why, in the beginning, why they would have that ready for sale if it's doing that. Like, as soon as the customer is gonna test drive it, they're gonna go down the road, 40, 50 miles an hour, step on their brake, they're gonna feel that vibration. I mean, it was guaranteed. I already knew. I didn't even take the test drive for that long. I just turned around, went back to the dealership. And I started looking at it. I started inspecting it, looking at it up and down. By the time I got on the right-hand rear quarter, I saw something was funny in the wheel well. Peeled it back, I saw a bunch of glue, adhesive, what have you, in there. It's not supposed to be in there. Immediately, I was turned off. I said, you know what, man? I'm no longer interested in this. I also saw a 2018 Escalade ESV in white that you have. Let me take a look at that. We went inside. In the process of him getting the keys to show it to me, I guess he went to his used car manager. When he came back with the used car manager, and I'm assuming he's the used car manager, so I'm gonna call him the used car manager, but I'm not definite. And I believe his name is Paul. Paul came up and was like, yeah, man, unfortunately that 2018 white Escalade ESV that I wanted to look at is still going through service. It's not ready, for sale or whatnot. It's still in the shop per se, going through its maintenance to be ready for sale. So it just wasn't available at the time. But then he asked me about, the 21. I told him it's been hit. The reason why I came up here was because I was expecting a clean Carfax, no damage reported, but it's been hit. And the repair job was a Mickey Mouse job. And I think he kind of looked at me, when I said Mickey Mouse job, didn't believe me what I meant by Mickey Mouse job. I mean, there was a self-tapping screw sticking out Mickey Mouse job. So I went out there, I showed him. I said, you look on the left side, you see how clean that is. But if you look on the right side, you see it's not as clean. But then when you start looking into it, you see that it's been damaged and it's a Mickey Mouse job. That's what that is. And then the brakes too, it's an issue. So we went back inside. He said, man, if I could do something on the price. So I was like, you know what? I'll see what's up. So they come back. They ended up doing 5,000 off. All right. So it's 5,000 off. I'm thinking, all right, maybe I should just go ahead and do it. I get into the finance, sit down, and my biggest thing was I just wanted to make a payment, make sure my payment was no more than 1,000 a month, but I want the term to be 84 months. No more than 1,000, but I can go as long I'm into doing 84 months. Um, so go through everything, do the paperwork. At the end, it was gonna be a monthly payment of like 1,060 um, for 84 months, and then it was 1,060 for 84 months with a rate of 5.99. You know, okay, so initially I was good. Like I said, it's late at night. I'm in Oklahoma. I got 6 hours to drive back. I done did already 6 hours driving in. But anyway, when I left the dealership, it was after close. I go down the highway, maybe 20, 30 minutes. I end up getting a hotel. Got in the hotel so I can get some sleep. And then in the morning, I left 7, 8 o'clock, catch the morning drive all the way home. I get all the way home. I start going through the paperwork because I wanted to see, man, I got this Escalade with the rate of 5.99. And when I was looking for that, I see the 5.99, but then for some reason I see $72,000. So I'm saying to myself, man, hold on. This was supposed to be, the vehicle was supposed to be 48,500 because 53.5 subtract 5,000, 48.5. Vehicle's supposed to be 48.5. And we talked about extended warranties, this, that, whatever. I just don't understand how it went from 50, 51 all the way to 72. I'll start looking. I did not know that let me look at it this way. I did not know that the vehicle service contract was almost $8,000. I did not know that the signature finish was almost $2,000. I did not know that the windshield protection was $3,000. I did not know that package protection E was $2,500. I didn't know that the tire and wheel was $3,800. I didn't know that all those add-ons was gonna total an additional $19,000. Granted, when we were doing the deal, I was just so focused on that monthly payment being 1,000 and that I can go 84 months, but I was not expecting to be financing $72,000 to do that. Okay, for $72,000, I could have got something brand new. I immediately reached out to the finance guy. I told him I cannot finance $72,000. I did not know all those add-ons was gonna total $19,000. I cannot do it. There's just no way. So I went through everything. I marked off everything I didn't want. The only thing that I was willing to keep was the walkaway and the gap. That's it. So when I got in touch with the finance guy, he made it happen. So it was able to be done right. But he was so insistent on me having some kind of coverage. I'll be honest, I wasn't gonna get the coverage from him. I was gonna get a coverage from my local dealer. I was gonna see what they can offer me when it comes to the coverage. I didn't want to get coverage from him because I felt like that I was duped. I felt like that I was taken advantage of. Had he told me that I was financing $72,000, I would have not done the deal at all, because the 53,437, that was the number that I was expecting to be financing. Maybe a little bit more. I could have went. See, I don't think I could have went no more than $3K for a service contract, but it's neither here or there. I wasn't gonna get it through him. I was gonna get it from somewhere else. Now, I bought this Saturday. I drove up there Saturday, bought it Saturday, got the hotel. Sunday morning, I got home, reviewed the paperwork, found that I was financing $72,000, reached out to him. He said, we'll go over it Monday. Monday, I had to call in for work, by the way. I had to take the day off. Monday, we get on the phone. That's when we make everything right. Now, I had to print out some paperwork so I could put a wet signature on, and then I need to FedEx it to him. Completes the deal. Okay, cool. But I told myself when I got back, because something was a little fishy. I needed to get a second opinion on everything on this Escalade. So on that Monday that I ended up taking off, I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a Cadillac dealer look at it, have the body shop look at it, see what I'm dealing with. Boom, I'll complete the paperwork. I did that. Cadillac dealership said that, it was clean, everything looked good, what have you. Okay, took it to the body shop. I took it to Caliber. Okay, and just so it's visible on there, that's the information on that Escalade. Okay. I had the rear right-hand quarter panel looked at, so I knew what I was dealing with in that area. I want to know if 5,000 off was worth it or not. But I had noticed paint repair being done on the hood and the left fender, the left-hand front fender. And then the driver door would stick sometimes, so it was off. When you hit the button, it should just open smooth, but sometimes it'll stick and you have to do it multiple times to get it open when you're outside and when you're inside. You pull that handle trying to get out while you're inside, sometimes you gotta do it a couple times. So some issue with the alignment on the door. So the left-hand front fender, the driver door, the right-hand quarter panel. To get those issues looked at and repair done correctly, it starts at $6,000. Am I getting all that? Yeah. It starts at $6,000. And it could be an additional 2, additional 4. So now it could be $10,000, but it just depends on what is revealed when they get underneath the quarter panels. All right. So I got the paperwork that I need to send off so I can complete the deal. And I'm leaving this body shop. I'm going home. I'm trying to weigh everything out. I'm trying to weigh the value of the vehicle versus the cost to repair it right. And I told myself, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go to the car wash, and as long as it passes the leak test, I'll be good. I took it to the car wash. Pulled it outside after the car wash. And this is what I end up seeing. So when I saw the leak, I'm on the way home. Tell my girl, we need to do a video. And I did this video. All right, so today I had a busy day. I went to the body shop to get this Escalade looked at. You guys were aware already when I was at the dealership how I called this repair out. The Mickey Mouse job, because that's exactly what it is. I already showed y'all. Y'all know the Mickey Mouse job. I done had it verified. It is a Mickey Mouse job. Something happened here to where this vehicle got hit here because the inner body is crumpled, and the reason why it's crumpled, it left a gap, and that's where the Mickey Mouse filled this in with the adhesive or whatnot. Then over here, it was pointed out that, as you can see, there's more of the Mickey Mouse job. So this rear quarter panel has been worked excessively. Don't even match. The Mickey Mouse job paint went across the door. It don't even look right. But my biggest thing is that this was supposed to be a clean Carfax, no damage. Clearly, it's been damaged here. Clearly. Then, I wanted to bring attention to this fender. I don't know if you can get the angle in the camera good, but like right here you can see a bubbled. Right here you can see a bubbled. This fender has been worked on. And then right here in this area, there's tape that they used to tape it off that's got paint on it still. This has been worked on. There's an X on this headlight that when I went to go speak to a body repair tech, he said usually they will mark items that were replaced. So that means this was replaced. If what he says is true, that X right there. Oh shit, look at that. I'm just not noticing that. Now the hood got a paint defect on it. Now that I've washed it, which probably makes sense on why it wasn't clean when I showed up. But back to what I want to talk about. So, okay, I'm about to get mad. But I'm gonna keep my cool. When I pointed that out, I went to the body shop. They looked up here and saw this green marking. I was told that that green marking usually indicates from an auction that there's been damage done on this side. So, being that damage has been done and I see that green marking, that concerns me, because I would imagine that the dealer looking at this, purchasing it, would have noticed that. Speaking of that green mark, just a second ago I said I'm not gonna get mad. There's a green mark on this windshield wiper. So I don't know if that indicates the fender and the hood being damaged. Okay, but here's another thing, right? This door. Peep game. I should be able to easily open it, but it's jammed up. I did it that second time, but that was good that time. That was good that time. I don't know if it's when it's been sitting for a while or what's going on, but sometimes it's difficult to open, sometimes it's not. But I see this is missing a part. So that would indicate something with the body has been done. And then right here, there's damage right here. There's body damage. All right. But here, look, nonetheless, right? I went and got everything looked at. I got those areas of concern. You know, had a quote on the cost. It starts at $6,000. It could be $8,000 to $10,000, depending on what they find when they get into the repair. Because he was only able to give me so much of a quote, because there's no telling what lies underneath this fender,
what lies underneath that rear quarter panel. I took a while to think about this on my way home. And I told myself, I'm gonna treat this like I do inspections at my job. Now, granted, I'm not expecting this to be brand new. I'm not, okay? But when the vehicle has a clean Carfax, it should not have any of these issues. I did a water test. I ran it through the car wash. And you know what I found? It leaked right here, coming from the headliner, and as you can see, this headliner is Mickey Moused up. So I have a water leak going on right here. It's damage, more damage that I'm finding. This is supposed to be a Carfax no damage car, which is what attracted me to make the trip from Copper's Cove all the way to Oklahoma City. I cannot, in my good conscience, buy this vehicle. So I wanted to do this video. I wanted to tell you about my day, how I wanted just to make sure I know what I'm getting myself involved to. And again, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I'm gonna wait to hear back from you guys. I want to know what we can do about this, but I cannot take this.
Okay, then after I sent that video to them, the response was, bring the vehicle back. So I was not gonna make that drive again. It was already uncomfortable making the drive home with the brakes the way that they were, and I definitely wasn't gonna feel safe driving it back. So I towed it back to them and had my trade-in towed back to me. That was a cost that I had to come out of pocket, and I asked that if they would go half on it with me. They weren't gonna do anything, which is fine, whatever. But while I was sending their vehicle back to them, and I would reach out, hey, it's dropped off. Hey, the tow truck's telling me that it's been dropped off. All I was able to do was like leave messages. It seemed like that the Paul, used car manager, wouldn't want to say anything to me. So, but the thing is, the way that vehicle was marked, it was marked in a manner of it went through some kind of auction. I don't understand how it would have went through an auction, marked up the way that it was, and then be sold to a dealer to say that it has a clean Carfax, no damage reported. I don't get it. I don't get it. So when I was getting my paperwork together to do this video, this is something else that stood out to me. I don't know why this is in there, but it shows that on this piece of paper that they're gonna hit me $62,000 for that vehicle. And that all of them add-ons was gonna be $72,000. See that right there? I don't know, this was in the paperwork. I was trying to get the pieces of paper that I showed you already, just so I could do this video, but when I came across this one, it just didn't make no sense to me. Because the vehicle was never 62. It was supposed to be 48.5. But all right, I just want to do this video because, like I said, it's for Infinity, it's for Bob Moore, it's for Oklahoma Department of Transportation, and it's also a buyer beware. Know what you're signing. Testimony, complaint, everything all together. So I hope that they are held accountable for this, and I appreciate your time.
Man, let me show you some fuck shit. I'm on Carfax. I'm looking for a vehicle to purchase, and I was looking at the Cadillac Escalades. So I came across this one. This one was at Oklahoma. 2021 Cadillac
Escalade ESV Platinum Edition. Saw it online. The Carfax said, clean Carfax, no damage. So I was like, cool. Had a pretty good price on it. So I wanted to go take a look at it. I took the drive from Copper's Cove all the way to Oklahoma City to see what this is about. Now, when I initially started looking at it, I walked past here and I saw a little something funny going on down there. So when I opened it up, what gets revealed is a Mickey Mouse job. And I'm saying to myself, this is supposed to be a Carfax clean, no damage reported. So what they ended up doing was taking $5,000 off for that. All right. When I went on the test drive, the brakes vibrate when you press on them. So the rotors are warped, obviously. Now, I guess because they took the $5,000 off and it was already at a good price, I was like still kind of, riding with it. They got back the numbers to me. I figured, okay, for a vehicle this nice, I'll go ahead and see what's up with it. So I took it home. But when I took it home, I wanted to get that damage inspected. When I went to get the damage inspected, the body shop guy looked at this and then he pointed this out. The green marking on the rail. He said usually auctions do that to indicate damage has been on that particular area of the car. I done made a video for Bob Moore on this. But I wanted to fine tune that, you guys was trying to sell a vehicle that was marked on this side that clearly shows that there was been damage on this side. And then when I get home and further investigate and I take it to a body repair, one of the things that I noticed was that this got a green mark, but there's a paint defect on the hood. The fender got paint defects all up in there. So this section's been worked on. And then what was a dead giveaway for me was, let me take it through the car wash to do a water test on it. So when I did the water test on it, I had showed that the water leak was leaking from that seatbelt onto right here, which I have a video of it actively leaking. And lo and behold, you know what? It's marked on this side of the rail too. So that would indicate that they knew that there was damage on this side. So I got the tow man over here pulled up. He's gonna take it back to Oklahoma for me because I do not want to do that drive. But I just wanted to point that out, that I know I did my little video with the little walk around, but the thing that pisses me off is that this thing was marked on both sides of the rails and on the windshield, but then you try to sell it to me as a Carfax clean, no damage reported.